though it's a little bit damp and a little bit misty, the sun is still coming through and it's really nice and warm. One of the great advantages of being in Portugal is, of course, getting lots of lovely sunshine. Spring days are upon us, bringing loads of flowers, and the dogs are enjoying the sunshine too. Trees are starting to show signs of life, and early blossoms might just survive the frosty nights. We've been planting and grafting fruit trees, and we were considering that you might like to get involved. Each tree costs about a tenner, so if you'd like to have a fruit tree planted either for you or for a loved one, or perhaps even as a memorial, and if you'd like a shout out on the channel, I've put a link to buy me a coffee, should be buy me a fruit tree, in the description. In today's video, we're clearing tracks, chipping wood, there is an Actual Floresta Viva Ajuda, and a village party. It's been a busy old week for sure. Anyway, sit back and thanks for coming on the journey. Hi, welcome to the Quinta, and I'm a little bit further up than usual because I want to try and start opening up the track that goes to the top of the farm. And up there is another water tank, and I really do need to get it in service. So I don't know how much I'm going to get done today, but let's make a start. So I may have mentioned that we are actually planning on getting goats to do this sort of work. It's getting ridiculous, the amount of petrol that we're going through just strumming, and of course you've got to keep coming back and doing it. Well, we've got to the bottom of the track, such as it is, and as you can see it's pretty steep and it's pretty warm as well. Anyway, only one way to get it done, that's to do it. Well, I've just run out of petrol, and I have to say I did think that tank was going to go on forever. Still, we got quite a lot of work done, and it's quite gratifying to see a result. And the only thing that I haven't done is found exactly where the road goes, or the path, I guess you'd call it, because it goes up there somewhere. So I've cleaned this down and came all the way up this little road here and down to where you see the strimmer is, and then that bit over there. So I think it's probably lunchtime, and I may or may not come back to this later on today. It's quite tiring. So you may be asking yourself, why am I cutting all of this down? Well, firstly, access. We need to be able to access the land, otherwise we won't be able to get up here when we eventually get goats. And the reason we'd like goats is they are going to just munch away, they're going to keep clearing the pasture, and that's another thing that I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting for the grass to come up, because eventually we'll probably put sheep on it as well. So that's really why we're doing it. Sorry, it's pretty windy up here, isn't it? And as I said earlier on, just if I can use a bit less petrol, that'd be a good thing. If you do have any experience of goats, do let me know what that experience is, good or bad. We're not entirely sure what type of goat to go for. I would prefer to go to what they call the sapadores, the ground clearing ones, which generally don't produce milk, but of course can be sold for meat. She's sort of thinking that she'd quite like to make cheese and what have you. Personally, I don't fancy, milking goats too much, because it's an everyday task and it's a real bind. Of course, you've got to look after the animals every day anyway, but it's just slightly more of an intervention. Machine has just come back from a very expensive service, so let's see whether it's actually going to work. It's had a new transmission and new blades and everything, so this is the alternative to burning stuff, but of course we're using petrol to run the machine. So let me know whether you think a bonfire is preferable to chipping. I guess that we do get something that we can put on the land. Well, we've got a nice big pile of chippings there. I have to say that it would have been a lot quicker to have just burnt it, and I've still got masses and masses to go through. So I am a little bit in two minds as to what the best way forward is. What do you reckon? Should I just be burning it? Trouble with that, of course, is you get the smoke, you get the fire risk, and of course you get the burnt patch of soil. So, that's not great. On the other hand, using the petrol here, it was quite economical actually. And it's really noisy. Meow? That wasn't a meow, that was a woof. Who are you woofing at? What you woofing at? What you woofing at? Put a smiley face on. Number two. What you doing? Oh, right. Since today is the first Saturday of the month, we have an Axel Floresta Viva Ajuda, or work party. And today we're getting together to plant a load of trees. And today we've got help with strimming from Mark, and I'm not actually doing any strimming today, which makes a bit of a change. Maybe I'll get.
Você não me entende? Anda cá, meu filho. Isto. Ai, tem está lembrado.
Oh no.
Isto é como uma faca.
Carreros na contra luvas.
Oh, meu Deus, 61 anos.
Now this is a little bit of automotive history. An Opel Ascona. I actually had 3 of these. My first car was an Opel Ascona, and this one sadly seems to have seen better days. That's the first one I've seen in many years. I think they're quite good looking cars. This is only a 1.2, this one, but pretty special. Like that one suffered a little bit of fire damage, because where we've been today, it actually came right through here and burnt most of the houses and everything. You can see some bubbled paint as a little bit of a giveaway. Right, let's go back home. Oh. Hello, friend. Yeah. You alright too? Can we hear those puppy dogs? What's happened to your eyes? Hello, Pips. Hello. She's cute, girls and boys. Oh, hello, Pipsqueak. Are we all good? Are we all good? Hello. Oh, what a greeting. We seem to have persuaded Maya not to wander off up the mountain. She's guarding the Quinta as intended, which is very good news. And I tell you what, they recognise us, so they don't woof anymore, but anyone else tries to come on can be a little bit loud, shall we say. Anyway, that's no bad thing. It's now back out, having washed and showered and changed, because we are doing a village meal tonight. So we're going to cook lasagna, and I think we've got about 30 people coming, so that should be a bit of fun. Nice. Okay, into the old schoolroom. Ev has decorated already. And here we have the kitchen. And entertaining space. Beautiful lasagna. It's just one. 40 minutes in the oven. Perfect. That was a fun evening. Hope you enjoyed coming along on the journey. I'll see you next time.